Hey YouTube, how's it going? Mevlin back here again with another Alchemy Stars video, and for this one, it's going to be a twofer. I'm going to be taking both my Nikinis and my Uriah to Ascension 3. Now the reason why it's a twofer, the reason why I'm taking both of these characters specifically in this video is because of the girl in the background. It's because of Hiiro. Both of those characters, both Nikinis and Uriah, once you bring them to Ascension 3, they're going to be creating more enhanced styles, which works really well with Hiiro. So both of the characters have some form of synergy with Hiiro. I do think there are some other characters that also synergize really well with Hiiro, specifically Gabriel, but unfortunately I don't have Gabriel. But if you guys have Gabriel, I do think she works really well with Hiiro. With Gabriel's equipment skill, you're going to be creating a decent amount of enhanced styles for Hiiro to do more damage. So this video, it's basically a Hiiro 2.0 video. It's not really about Nikinis or Uriah. It's just going to be another Hiiro showcase, but I'll be taking characters, you know, that synergize really well with her, and I want to see if it was worth building an entire team around Hiiro. Most of you guys probably already know what both of these characters does, so I'm just going to power through these really quickly. Her active skill is going to be her bread and butter. It converts 4 of the nearest red and yellow tiles to green, so she's unable to convert blue. Meanwhile, her chain combo is going to be the row shape. You guys know my favorite shape is the column shape. This is, I guess, my second favorite shape by default because it goes this way. And then lastly, her equipment skill, not really that impactful. It increases your defense when she has a mirror mark. Don't think it's that good, to be honest. Plus, you know, you actually lose this once you lose your HP, but it makes you a little bit tanky. But for the most part, I don't really care about this. So TLDR, I don't think it's worth upgrading her equipment because one, she's not really a DPS character. She doesn't do that much damage in the first place, and two, her equipment skill is not that good, so there's no reason to like upgrade this. Meanwhile, her breakthroughs are exactly the same as all the 6-star converters of her same caliber. The first one makes it so that it passes on 1 tile if you don't use her active skill for 1 turn, and then the last one is actually really good. It only increases by 1, but do note that her active skill is such a low cooldown that, you know, this is increased by 1 on the 3-turn cooldown. So this one's really good, but this is a whale territory. If you guys have a 6-star Nikinis, either you're super lucky or holy cow, you're such a whale, but just know that this is actually pretty dang nice. And lastly, her Ascension is the reason why she's going to work well with Hiiro. This now allows her active skill to convert up to 2 enhanced styles. It is a little bit RNG. Sometimes you do get 0 enhanced styles, but you know, it's better than nothing. Meanwhile, for Uriah, I do think Uriah is probably the highest healing potential in the game. I did say one time that Phyllishy has the highest healing potential, and that still might be true because of one specific reason, and that's because Phyllishy is a 5-star character, which means that she has a secondary element once you bring her to Ascension 3. So Phyllishy can heal on red tiles. Uriah being a 4-star means she doesn't get a secondary element, which means you know, she's only going to be healing on green no matter what, but everything in her kit does a crazy amount of healing, especially this active skill. This active skill is on a 1-round cooldown, and it deals for a decent chunk. And even though, you know, everything about her kit is healing, every time you overheal, one of the nearest green tiles is going to be converted into an enhanced style, which is exactly why I'm upgrading her. This is really good synergy with Hiiro. Meanwhile, her chain combo is just a generic healing chain combo, and her equipment skills also synergizes well with Hiiro because, you know, Hiiro provides you with those enhanced styles, and now you have even more healing with all the enhanced styles that you're getting with this build. For equipment, I don't think it's worth upgrading her equipment because most of the power from upgrading your equipment comes from this elemental counter damage bonus that you're getting, and because her chain combo does not do any damage, this is like partially wasted. Meanwhile, equipment skill is pretty good. If you upgrade it all the way to level 10, it increases the healing this does by 2.5. But I don't think it's worth it because you do have other healing in the rest of your kit, so this is only increasing the healing of a portion of your healing, so I don't think it's worth investing any of her equipment whatsoever. Her breakthrough is pretty much mandatory. I mean, if she's a 4-star, if you've been pulling for quite a bit, you're probably going to have this max breakthrough. It increases just her healing factor and her active skill by 10%, which increases the probability that you're going to overheal with her active skill, which means you're going to be getting an enhanced style. And unlike Nikinis, with their Ascension 3, you don't get an enhanced tile directly, but you do get it indirectly. What happens is that now when you raw time, you're going to be able to use your active skill again. And it's really easy to overheal with your active skill because you Aurora time. It means that Uriah was using her chain combo at 15, which means you're going to be healing a lot, meaning that once you use your active skill, you're most likely going to overheal and you're going to almost guarantee get an enhanced tile every time you do an Aurora time. And finally, let's take both of these characters to Ascension 3. So in terms of a debut and a showcase, we're going to do it here in Emerald Spire 77. Now let me start off by saying though that I am so disappointed, not in Hiiro, but in OD. I was really looking forward to doing this fight with OD. If you don't know what this boss does, the gist of it is that the boss is immune to both your active skills and also your chain combos. So the only way to deal any form of damage to the boss is through basic attacks and then equipment skills. Any equipment skills that does do damage to the boss here. But OD would have been perfect here, right? Because OD's basic attacks can hit diagonally, and also all her basic attacks are supposed to apply poison. But for some reason, this boss is immune to poison, man. There's nothing in the fight telling me that the boss is immune to poison, but he's immune to poison. Here, I made a mistake. I should have teleported with a Migard here to the lower right of the boss. That way I grab those 3 tiles. I'm not gonna Aurora time, I think it's still 14, but you know, I should have still done it. That way I could have done a little bit more damage to the boss. Got to min-max a little bit more, a little bit better. But still, we did pretty good damage. I think the MVP here is still going to be Hiiro. See, like I did a chain combo there. He just guards it, does no damage. So the only way, like I said, to do damage to the boss is with your basic attacks. So I think OD is still okay because OD can attack diagonally, which means she does more damage to the boss than a lot of the characters. Here, all my skills are ready. I'm just going to use them. I'm going to use my Nikinis, see if I get enhanced styles. I do. I get 1 enhanced styles on my upper right. I use my OD skill just to see if I could apply poison or slow the boss, but neither works. You can't slow the boss, or you can't poison it either. I don't know why. I still don't know why. It just says that she's immune to damage from active skills, but I guess he's immune to all forms of both damage and effects from your active skills. And here, this is how you use your hero skills. Just put it right beside the boss. That way, 1, you deal some damage, and 2, you're going to be using your basic attacks right when you grab those enhanced styles. Here, I do make a small mistake, and I'm going to show you what it is. If you guys look closely, there are 2 enhanced styles on the upper left portion of the boss. There's 3 enhanced styles in total. One of them is the lower right. We don't care about that one. The upper left ones, there's 2 of them. And if you guys look, I grab both of those tiles and then I basic attack, which is a mistake because I'm wasting one of those enhanced tiles. The way I should have done it is I should have grabbed one of the enhanced tiles, move into basic attack, and then grab the other enhanced tiles and do a basic attack. So TLDR, I should be doing a basic attack in between every enhanced tile that I'm grabbing. Yeah, this is what I've been saying, like why Hiiro isn't the easiest character to use. It's really easy to make a mistake in the game, and you gotta live and learn. You got if you're trying to play this game, part of the fun is like maximizing the potential of your team, doing as much damage as possible, making no mistakes whatsoever. But you make mistakes sometimes. You gotta live and learn. And part of the reason why I like Hiiro too is she's not trivial. She takes just a little bit of brain power. It's not too much. Like, this game isn't the hardest game in the world, but you gotta use your brain sometimes, you know. Here, I'm just gonna run this yellow, run away. That way I'll be a little bit safer. I think I'm far enough to dodge the boss here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run these blue tiles. Also, with that Aurora time, I was able to heal. Uriah's healing, dude, it's actually super good. The fact that she heals like every other turn and she heals when you Aurora time. I was actually not a fan of Uriah before because I thought, you know, well, compared to Philishai is healing and she can teleport, but in terms of just raw output healing, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Uriah is probably the queen of just pure healing. Here I'm gonna teleport here first because there's no way for me to change that blue tile, and I want a basic attack, so teleporting to a blue tile, that way we get a quote-unquote free basic attack, one of the best uses of Midgard's teleport. Gonna heal again. God, such a good hero. Here sadly, hero skills are not ready, but I could just run this and then I could do another basic attack next turn with hero, so no big deal. I'm just gonna run the entire field. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm probably thinking like the best path again. I do overthink a lot of the times. Here should be 15 without grabbing those two tiles, so not too bad. And then the Aurora time, we're just gonna position ourselves. There's one green tile right beside the boss, so we could use that next turn. Oh yeah, Aurora time again. We get another Uriah healing. We get another enhanced style. Unfortunately, that enhanced style went right on top of the boss, so we can't really use that this turn. Just gonna move here. I could have moved one tile actually, so that the boss moves away from this enhanced style, but again, you know, small mistakes, right? And here with hero skills, I'm gonna turn 2 of these to green. That way, I get 4 basic attacks, and that should be game. I think here I also use Odie skill just for BM. Does absolutely nothing, unfortunately. Yeah, and we got 2 enhanced styles. We're gonna get bonk bonk with hero, and that's GG. So I've been telling you guys to put your hero as your leader, but I've never actually shown you what happens if you don't have her as your leader. So let me just explain that really quickly, because I feel like this is probably the most important part of her kit, and this is just something that you guys need to keep in mind. So here we're in a situation where the boss is surrounded by 3 enhanced styles, and we're starting off right beside the boss. So we're going to do 4 basic attacks here, and ideally we should be doing 4 dual stances because there are 3 enhanced styles, plus we start off with dual stance, so that's 4. But because we have hero at the bottom of the list, let me show you what happens. So notice how Odie grabbed all those enhanced styles, and Hero has not basic attacked yet because she's in the last of the list. And all those enhanced styles, they're all gone. They're all wasted. She does do 1 dual stance from the beginning of the round, but from here on now, she's no longer going to be doing any dual stance because all those enhanced styles are all gone. And you can see in the UI in the bottom right, her little icon, the star in the bottom right, it's not gonna light up. And I did check the damage, and it was missing the 60% increased damage that you get from having dual stance. And finally, I'm going to be starting to do this every single time I make a debut of a character. I'm going to be updating my tier list because, you know, my opinions change, things in the games change, a lot of things change. So this tier list is always going to be constantly evolving. And especially with your guys' input from the last video, I've definitely made some mistakes, I'm not gonna lie. But here, let's add Hero into the list. Pretty obvious, really good damage dealer with some utility. Insta S tier for me. Meanwhile, the things that need to change, I do think Gabriel, I don't have Gabriel, but just because Hero is up here, I think I'm gonna put Gabriel in S tier as well. I really do think they work super well together, but what I've come to learn, at least from today, is that I feel like Nikinis and Uriah are good enough. It gives me enough enhanced style to work with Hero, so maybe not, but I'm gonna put an S tier. Anyone with the Gabriel and Hero combo, do let me know in the comments how these two work well together. And lastly, since we added 2 converters, well, 1 full converter and 1 semi-converter into S tier, the only reason that pack was in S tier was because I feel like green was missing converters, but now we don't really need that many converters anymore in S tier, so I'm going to drop her here in A tier, where I do think she belongs in A tier before. I just feel like green did not have that many converters. And lastly, I'm sorry Wendy, I misread your kit. I didn't know you teleport on your active skill. Definitely a B tier hero, similar to Still similar to Dove, I think. They're kind of different in that Dove is a limited teleporter, meaning it's not a full range teleporter, but the fact that it's 2-turn cooldown is just absolutely worth it. Meanwhile, Wendy is a full teleporter. She can teleport anywhere on the map, but it is a 3-turn cooldown, so there's some downsides and upsides to both of these characters. But anyways, for everyone that stuck all the way through, I know this is a really long video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.